And welcome back, everybody, to some more Astrologaster. We will be continuing the story that we left off yesterday, diving in, treating some more patients.
Murdering would those doctors come.
Murdering those doctors come.
Murdering one fine day.
Those doctors will they say.
Those doctors
will
Those
they
doctors will they stay for now? Stay for now. Oh, will they send him to jail?
They send him to jail.
Okay, so apparently we're still dealing with the public notice. Uh-oh, let's see if we get caught.
What is the meaning of this warning being put about by the College of Physicians? Do they mean to do me harm? It is true that I do not have a medical license. What am I to do? Mayhap the stars will advise me.
Of course. We shall do our best. Choose a reading of the stars. The College of Physicians has dark intentions towards me. What should I do? Let's read. The authority... So we have the House of Wealth here. Jupiter falling in Capricorn, this represents ignorance. The authority the licensed doctors of London hold is primarily owing to their wealth and privilege. There is much that they do not know about physic. Okay, so this is about wealth. The House of Ambitions. This advises ending a war. The College of Physicians is making war against me. If I am to become the best doctor in London, I must find a way to end this war. Sounds good. Ambition, okay. The House of Religion. The Sun. This represents a religious authority, the head of church. The Church of England can help me. For the Archbishop of Canterbury has a special power to grant medical licenses. Oh, okay. This sounds like what we are trying to do, but let's just read B here. The House of Relationships. This represents intelligence. I must use my brilliant mind to forge strong relationships with my currents. And the House of Service to Others, the moon exalted in Taurus, this advises sensitivity. The solution involves being sensitive to the needs of my currents. That's the goal of the game. To establish relationships with patients, to receive letters of recommendations through service to others, right? And being sensitive to their needs. Where this sounds a little bit more, well, ambitious, to be honest. So as much as I think I wouldn't say that my character is the most intelligent man, maybe. So I'm not sure if this is the right choice, but the reading that he gives is true. And I think this is what we should attempt to do. So we're choosing B. Let's see where that takes us.
It seems that if I am to avoid prosecution by the College of Physicians, I must obtain a medical license. Towards this end, doubtless the best course is to serve my querents well, treating their illnesses and problems with intelligence and sensitivity. For if I do, they may favour me with letters of recommendation, and I can use these to petition the University of Cambridge to grant me a license.
Which is the goal of the game, so I think we chose correct. I did wish to know how to protect myself from the dark intentions of the College of Physicians. The stars did advise me to serve my querents well so that they might give me letters of recommendation. With such letters, I may convince the University of Cambridge to grant me a medical license. And we will have revisiting querents throughout the game, and that's kind of the whole thing. You see here now we have case history for myself is 1 and 2. So we'll be building cases with every one of the patients we've seen so far. If I do not garner enough letters of recommendation to obtain a medical license, I shall be most vexed. Most vexed indeed.
Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before? Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before?
Who is come to inquire dressed in so strange attire? Tis
Signor Ferraro.
Signor Ferraro. I'm not good at rolling R's, but there you go.
Good day to you, sir. Oh, I see you're having some difficulties. William, fetch my guest a chair.
No, it's good. I am just a little stiff.
As you wish. Mr.
Signor Riccardo Ferraro. I am a gentleman of Venezia, come to make a trade in London.
Venice? 'Tis a fine city, I hear. And how may I do you service this day, Signor Ferraro?
I am come with una problema medicale, and you are most great dottore who does cure all London, huh? You cure Ferraro too, see?
Forsooth, I will seek to do so, Signor. Pray, describe your complaints, if you please.
Is burning when I make the water.
Pain during urination?
See, and his pain down here. Molto pain.
And pain in the lower back. Now, let us see what the stars can tell us. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
A proper medical case. Let's do our best. I have pain during urination and in my lower back. What ails me? So, Pisces, the ruler of the feet. This represents the imbalance of the yellow bile color in the body. Signor Ferraro suffers from the gout, which is caused by a hot, dry humus seeping into the joints of the foot. Doesn't seem right to me. Alright. The Libra ruler of the kidneys. This suspect suggests a severe imbalance of phlegm in the body. Signor Ferraro suffers from stones in the kidney. This disease can occasion loss of appetite, severe pain in the kidney area, vomiting, and difficulty passing urine. This is what I'm going with so far, but let's see what the stars has to say about the Scorpio, ruler of the bowels. This suggests Signor Ferraro is lying. Okay. Signor Ferraro has dysentery, which characterized by pain in the bowels, faintness, oily stools. No. Why would he come to us if he's lying? Like, why would you go? No one goes to the doctor to lie. Maybe to get an letter for your boss saying you're sick. Most likely it has to do with the stones in the kidney, right? So,
'tis a case of stones in the kidney, I regret to say. But worry not, Signor. I will give you an ounce of my strong water to dislodge them. Drink this entire flask when you rise at dawn tomorrow. You may then expect to evacuate the stones by way of your privy member within just a few hours.
Ah, your famous strong water. This water is said to cure the plague, huh? I thank you, Signor Forman. And now Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
that sounds like a good idea, and he's gonna like that until he tries it. But let's see what he says when he comes back. The querent did present with pain in the lower back and during urination. I did diagnose stones in the kidney and prescribed a flask of my strong water. Methinks the querent was a little pleased only, with me for the reading I gave this day. Alright. Only 10? Huh. Interesting, he seems to exhibit at least the semblance of competence. Huh. Alright, maybe there was a better choice.
'Tis sure she is no beauty, 'tis true she lacks finesse, but every awkward hero needs his awkward princess.
Poor Avis.
Well met, Mistress Allen. Pray tell, the last time I saw you, you were with child, methinks. Pray tell, how fares...
I would rather not talk about that, if you please.
Oh, I see. I am full sorry, madam. What
I'm
brings
come
you
upon...
this?
The matter that brings...
Pardon, madam. I prithee, madam, say on.
I'm come about the new law. I know not what to do, and I would have counsel.
You are in trouble with the law, madam?
Nay, at least not yet, but my neighbours have begun to remark unkindly upon my absences, my Sunday absences from church. I am afeard one of them may soon denounce me.
'Tis the Act Against Recusants you speak of. The law that obliges Catholics to attend church and take the English sacrament. You are of the Catholic faith, then, I take it?
Aye, a Catholic, but as well a law-abiding woman and a full loyal subject of the Queen. Long may she reign.
I do not doubt it, madam.
But to take the Protestant sacrament, 'tis heresy. So says the Pope in Rome. I risk being damned to hell if I do it, Dr. Forman. Verily, I find myself in a most terrible bind.
I see. Damned if you do, yet condemned if you do not. A cruel bind indeed. Well, let us see if the stars may untangle it for us. Should Mistress Avis Allen attend Protestant church services?
Well, I don't know. Let's see what the stars say. I am a Catholic. Should I obey the law and attend Protestant church services? Asked Avis Allen. So, A. The House of Wealth. Saturn in detriment and retrograde. This indicates jealousy, and Neptune in retrograde suggests confusion. Some have wrong impressions of Allen's wealth and are envious, and that would be why they are chasing her then? Okay. Mistress Allen's problem is her female neighbors. House of Neighbors, this represents women. So this has to do with her relationships, and I'm not sure what the solution offered here is. There's no push at maybe that she shouldn't listen to the neighbors, right? Here we have in B, House of Religion. Uranus represents a surprising political event. Mars, domicile in Aries, this advises strength. Pluto represents death. Avis must remain strong in her Catholic faith, for when the Queen dies, her successor may revert to England and back to Catholicism. Mercury suggests creativity and represents foreigners, the House of Legacy. There may be a creative solution for appeasing the Pope in Rome, whilst also honoring England's Protestant legacy. Creative solution, okay. House of Legal Confrontations, the Sun. This represents authority. Mrs. Allen's risks getting in trouble with the law and being punished by the authorities. Yeah, if we do this path, okay. This is where she... Let's see. It is the House of Duties. This advises cooperation. It is Mistress Allen's duty to cooperate. So these two contradict themselves. Either she gets in trouble with the law, or she follows the law. I'm not sure if I understand really which one does what. But this seems too superficial to be the right choice. This, by every mean, it has to... I'm trying to appease her. She's a Catholic. I want to tell her, follow your Catholic faith. I like that we say here maybe there's a creative solution for appeasing the Pope in Rome while also on I'll go with this one and we'll see what she says.
I fear the stars confirm your fears. You must attend church every Sunday, lest you risk being prosecuted for being a recusant.
Oh, but then what of my soul, Dr. Forman?
Methinks I have a solution for that, madam. If you were to cross your fingers behind your back during the service, any Protestant oath you swear would not count. Of course, you must be sure to stand at the back of the church while doing so that only God may see, and no one else.
Forsooth, what an ingenious notion! Oh, Dr. Forman, you have saved me. You are so wise, sir. 'Tis so. Verily, 'tis most admirable.
But, dear lady, 'tis you who is to be admired. The strength of resolve, your devotion to your faith, and your... Madam, would you care to see my collection of Venetian glassware?
I think I would.
Uh-oh.
Indeed, I would like that very well.
Alright, let's show her some Venetian glassware. I got an achievement for that. Achievement unlocked. Let's see here. Coitus post consultation. Gasp! Oh lord. The current did wish to know whether she should comply with the law and attend Protestant church services, thereby betraying her Catholic faith. I did advise the current to attend church, but to cross her fingers behind her back during the service. Ingenious. Methinks the current is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Coitus post consultatio. Duly noted. Which is not very Catholic, by the way, so there you go. Whatever. Religion is malleable. God mend me, what have I done? If I only knew of a Jesuit priest I might confess my sins to. Alright. Lovely.
Here comes a beauty dark as night. Her hair does shine, her eyes are bright. A damsel formed for man's delight. Oh, she is quite a lady. Oh, she is quite a lady.
Emilia Lanier. Alright, a little exotic beauty at our doorstep.
Thank you, sir. I am Amelia Bassano of Bishopsgate, here for my consultation.
Welcome, Mistress Bassano. Bassano, 'tis an Italian name, is it not?
Aye, it is, sir. Though I was born in London, my family are from Venice. They did come to London to gain employment as musicians at the royal court.
Ah, I know one of your countrymen, Riccardo Ferraro, another one of my querents. Mayhap you know him? He hails from Venice too.
No, sir, I do not know him. Venice is a large city, and as such 'tis home to many thousands of men. And as I did mention, I was born in London.
Aye, of course. Mayhap we turn our thoughts to what brings you hither this day? Have you a question for me?
Aye, sir, I wish to know what afflicts me, for my belly does begin to swell, and lately I oft find myself chundering after meals.
Swollen abdomen and involuntary upward purging.
I have an idea.
Well, now, let us consult the stars to judge the cause of these troubles. What is ailing Mistress Emilia Bassano?
But does she want to hear that? I mean, she's pregnant, right? Sagittarius, the ruler of the liver. This represents the imbalance of phlegm in the body. Querent is suffering from liverworm. You know, that's not impossible. I don't know much about liverworm, but it could be something like that. The querent is with child. Scorpio, ruler of the reproductive system. This suggests the illness will not last long. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to read the stars behind the screen here, but I don't think so. I think we're just supposed to make logical assumptions based on what we hear. Capricorn, ruler of the knees. This suggests the illness is chronic. The querent is afflicted with crick in the knees caused by pressure of excessive weight gain. Uh-oh. I mean, that's not what she wants to hear, surely. We are trying to appease her. I'm just thinking if we lie to her and tell her that she's not with child, tell her she has a liverworm and that it's curable, something like that, then when later she spits out a baby, she might not be so happy, but it would give us a good recommendation right now. Whereas if we tell her that she's with child, would she be mad? It would be... She did not mention any relations with men or whatever, but we do know that she is an exotic beauty of a kind. So it's not presumptuous, I suppose, to imply that she may have taken a lover, as it were. I think I would... I will tell her that she's with child. No, you know... I think this is what she wants to hear. She wants to just think that it's a little disease that can be cured, and then that's it. We will find out, I suppose.
Fasciola hepatica, commonly known as a liverworm, a worm that has made its home in your liver. This would explain the swelling in your abdomen.
I see. And what of my chunderings, sir?
You may also blame the worm for that, for it seems your uninvited guest is a harsh critic of the meals you send him. When he feels the dish has been over-seasoned, or mayhap when your beef has not been cooked to his liking, he sends it back.
Then how might I expel this verminous intruder? I must own I find the notion of sharing my repasts with a worm right unsavoury.
'Tis a simple procedure. First you are to fast. After 2 full days without food, the worm will begin to hunger most acutely. Then you must take a bowl of hot pottage, hold it in front of your nose and breathe deeply of its flavoursome odours. The now starving worm, being tantalized by the smell of your potage, will propel itself out of your liver, up through your intestines, and out through your mouth.
Dr. Forman, I am sorry to inconvenience you, but I believe I'm about to chunder. Would you have a receptacle?
My manservant will assist you with your, William, come hither and assist Mistress Pisano!
Well, this sounds absolutely ridiculous. She's probably pregnant, and now I'm wondering if we might have just told her how to kill her child by fasting. I'm not sure if that would kill an unborn child. I don't know what to say. Anyway, Emilia Lanier, which is interesting because that's not what we were told that her name was. The querent did present with a swollen abdomen and involuntary upward purging. I did judge that the querent has a liverworm. I bade her fast for 2 days and then tempt the worm out by holding a bowl of pottage under her nose. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for reading I gave this day. I think we made the wrong choice. She's pregnant. The doctor is a little odd in manner. His manservant, however, is right beguiling. Okay, she immediately jumps on the next man. God damn it.
Mary Payne is frightened when she spies a looking glass, for 'tis a portal out through whence the gates of hell do blast. A deadly and foul wind that comes direct from Satan's mouth.
It would rhyme if they said,
Blessed morrow to you, Dr. Forman. I am Mary Payne of 4th Street in Lambeth, and come to seek your counsel about my neighbours.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne, and well met. What trouble do your neighbours give you? They play their lutes into the night, perchance? Mayhap a neighbour has cast a malignant spell upon your cabbages.
Why, sir, 'tis no trifling matter. Indeed, 'tis a matter of grave importance. Doubtless you do know we have a Catholic living on 4th Street, a woman by the name of Avis Allen.
Yes. I did hear tell that Mistress Allen subscribes to the Romish faith. But 'tis no crime to be a Catholic, is it, madam? At least, not at present.
Aye, but harbouring a Jesuit priest is, Dr. Forman. These evenings past, I have spied a man sneaking in and out of the Allens' house. 'Tis my reckoning the man is a priest who is going hither and thither all over Lambeth to perform the Catholic Mass and take confessions. Doubtless Mr. Allen is hiding him in one of those little cupboards.
You mean to say you think Mr. Allen has installed a priest hole in his house? A secret room hidden behind the wood panelling of a wall?
Indeed I do. I am certain that he has such a hole, and that a priest is going in and out of Mr. Allen's hole from dusk till dawn.
Verily? How troubling. But surely you are mistaken, madam, for under the cover of darkness, how can you be sure the man you did spy was not Mr. Allen himself?
Nay, 'twas not Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is a fine, tall figure of a man, whereas the figure I did spy was very narrow and malformed in appearance. A scrawny little imp of a man he was.
I see.
Now, you must not think me intolerant, Dr. Forman. If Mistress Allen must cling to her idolatrous backward beliefs, 'tis her own affair, and I have no wish to cause trouble for the Allens. And 'tis true that Mistress Allen does now attend church on Sundays and takes the English sacrament just as she ought to. But we residents of 4th Street are decent English folk. We will not abide an agent of Rome sneaking around our neighbourhood, muttering incantations in some devilish foreign tongue.
I think you mean Latin, madam.
But before I act upon my suspicions, I think it wise to know if there be any truth in them.
Then let us see what the stars can tell us. Who is this mysterious stranger, and why does he frequent the Allens' house late at night?
Well, let's see if we can find out. The question then, are my neighbors, the Allens, hiding a Jesuit priest? Well, I don't know what I think, honestly. Could be a lover to one of the Allens, or it could be a Catholic priest. We did see that, can we read that up here? Avis Allen wrote that she was seeking a Jesuit priest to do confessions to, so I think it's very likely that it's true. The man, Mistress Payne, saw Harper's cruel intentions toward the Allens' household, goats and possessions. This suggests cruelty, okay. House of the Querent suggests death. This indicates a sudden change. Mrs. Payne will die suddenly, mayhap before the end of this consultation. Narrow and malformed, a scrawny little imp of a man. Mistress Payne. Mistress Payne, then, is that the nun that is visiting? I don't think this sounds wrong. And this suggests... Are we talking about killing the nun? Maybe. Okay. That sounds fun, but let's see what B has in store. This is the House of Relationships. The Sun in Detriment and in Aquarius. They suggest untrustworthiness. And Jupiter represents a foreigner. This speaks of a relationship with an untrustworthy foreigner. As foreigners are untrusted by nature, this element may be of no particular significance. And the House of Unborn Children. This represents a stubborn attempt at reversal. And Neptune in retrograde. This suggests instincts that have been thwarted. Mistress Allen's maternal instincts have been thwarted by her inability to bear a child, but she stubbornly persists in trying to reverse her infertility. So she takes foreign men into her house at night to try to get pregnant, is the accusation here. And then C... The stars speak of an educated man who adorns himself in fine clothes. The House of Religion represents finery, represents education, and House of Known Enemies. This represents a woman in the Virgin Mary. The man Mistress Payne saw in the public is a public enemy who engages in idolatrous worship of the Virgin Mary. In other words, he is a Jesuit priest. This is what she thinks and what she wants to hear, but hear me out. That's not what Avis Allen would want us to tell her, so I'm sure we would lose points with her if we make that claim. Another thing is this could very well be true. Probably also not what Avis Allen would want us to say, but it could end up dismissing the nun and calming her mind. It's not a very Christian thing to do, Catholicism or not, Protestant or whatever you are, so she might not like it either way. I'm very, however, interested in what this might mean. Mistress Payne will die suddenly, maybe before the end of this consultation. Narrow and malformed, a scrawny little imp of a man. This might even scare her and be like, what I'm thinking here is that either we kill her or maybe she gets so scared that she's like, well, I have other concerns than what the Allens are doing. And then she stops bothering the Allens. So let's see where this goes.
The man you saw prowling around the Allens' house is no priest. He is a thief, come at night to steal silver plate and candlesticks.
'Tis a mere robber I saw. On my honour, that is well to hear. Still, something must be done about it. I will rouse the menfolk of 4 Street and have them patrol our street each night until this sneak thief is apprehended.
Ah, is that truly necessary, madam? Be there not more...
Pleasant day, Dr. Forman.
Well, she liked it. The querent did wish to know whether her neighbors the Allens are illegally hiding a Jesuit priest. I did tell the querent that the man she took for a priest is a burglar. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading. Only a little pleased? Damn it. Yeah, only 10. Alright, probably not the right choice then. What a fine-looking youth Forman's manservant is. Oh, I would if I were my niece's age again. Okay. Well, I am not doing super well. Anyway, this is where we will be cutting off the episode. See you guys tomorrow in the continuation of the Astrologaster series. See you then.